welcome. It's great to have you here. Today I am sharing with you my craft space. So as you can see from this little clip, it is just a corner in my bedroom. So I don't have a whole room, I'm working with a limited space, and I thought you guys might enjoy seeing the updated version of this because I know that my previous one, a lot of people commented and said they enjoyed seeing like a smaller usable space. So this is how I look at my craft room from the bedroom door. You can see it's on like the left hand side and then the back wall. And then I've just zoomed in a bit so you can see my actual desk. I am going to go through this all bit by bit, but I needed to do like an overview because of the way that the camera needs to be set up and the lighting. I do apologise, the lighting is not the best. It was a very gloomy day when I filmed this, and I wanted to show you just sort of how it all looks together, and this was the best way to show you that. And then I can jump on into showing you each of the individual bits and bobs and how I've stored things. This is my paper rack. You saw this in like the first few clips. I was actually really lucky and got this on eBay for I think like £20 a few years ago. Which was really great, and that holds a bunch of 12 by 12 papers. Next to that I've got these two sets of drawers, and I've used that as a surface to put my sewing machine on top. I will show you closer because there's some bits behind there, and we will move on to what's in the drawers as well. Behind the sewing machine I've got this little stack of really useful boxes. I have all sorts in these and they're labelled, so if I just grab one. So on the front there, it tells you what's inside. So this one is buttons. And then you can fit a decent amount of whatever it is in there. You have 16 of those, I believe, in that little grid. Next to that, in this little jar, I have a bunch of sewing tools. So some needles, some thread, a needle threader, all that sort of thing in there. And if I move the sewing machine temporarily, you can see hidden behind that is this little box of bobbins and then this holder which has all of my thread. This little holder is really cool, it's from 𝓸𝓬𝓮 and they just sort of slot onto there. And then this little box I got for my birthday from a friend, and it's really pretty to display all of my little bobbins and bits of thread in. And then for some unknown reason I have a bag of findings which should be to the right, so I've put them where they should go, and then we can move on to that section. Moving to the right again, I've got my boxes of findings, so that's where I put this little bag, some little bead caps, box of all of my gold findings, and then the same for all of the silver ones. I use them a lot, so I have those out, easy to grab. A bunch of these tubs from IKEA. I used to have them on my shelf, but now I just sort of grab them out when I'm using them. So for example, this one is full of Valentine's die cuts ready to go. I have a little dish here which is for sequin mixes and such. This container has all of my clear packaging. Let me move it. Usually I can just pull it out, but because of where the camera is, I don't want to throw things over. So this container has a little handle. It's from Pound Shop online. And let me probably have to lift you up. Oop. There you go. So you can see that it's just got all sorts of clear bags and envelopes and all that sort of thing to package goodies up in there. And then finally on this little ledge I have got my Valentine's scrap paper. Shouldn't be there, but it's where it's ended up. So I do tend to put things on this like to the left of me when I'm using them, so there will often be like odd things like this here. It's hard to find an angle to show you inside the drawers where the lighting is decent and I don't have to hold the camera because I don't want it to shake while I'm showing you things. So I'm hoping this is okay. I did have these all labelled with vinyl. That came off. I tried labelling them with the letter tag, and I mean, they've made it, but they're only on certain ones. So it's just sort of, they're in an order that I know. So up here I've got bows. A bunch of them are in these little, can I take that out without it falling everywhere? these little organisers from Amazon. So like this. And then I had too many for that, so they ended up being stacked and not quite so organised. This one has florals. There you go. There you can see. This one is full of all sorts of packs of flowers. I've got some more of those containers, like individual florals as well. A bunch from Cheryl's shop. Some foliage in there, all sorts of floral based goodies in that one. The next one is full of rosettes. Sorry if I have to keep messing with the camera angle. And the one below that is all of my mink foils. The next one is full of birthday crafting supplies. I need somewhere else to put those really, but I sort of had a bunch of stuff and didn't have a place for it, so they ended up in there and they never got moved. And then the bottom one has all of my foil quill things inside. I don't use that nearly as much as I should. I've got so many gorgeous foils and things, so if you have any project ideas for this, let me know. So I'd love to get using those again. And then as I brought you down this low, you can see all of my sort of 12 by 12 folders and things that are at the bottom of the paper rack. They just don't have anywhere to live at the moment, so that's where I've put those. Moving on to the other set of drawers. So these are two separate ones I've just pushed together. This one has tulle and apparently some cut off pieces. But yeah, rolls of tulle in here. There's a bunch of them. I don't know how well you can see that. Whoop. So if I move those ones, you can see how they should be put back. And I've got some crepe paper in there as well. The next one is full of tools. So this one has my eyelets, these little ribbon clamp thingies, hole punches, staplers, pom-pom maker, tassel maker, all that sort of good stuff in there. And what's underneath this one? Poppers. The little, when you add snaps to things, those live in there. The next one is thread. I got this really cool set from Lidl that had thread and matching bobbins. That lives in here. Lots of zips, overflow thread from my holder, which is on the top. And then this giant thing of gold. This is fabulous. It's either Panda Haul or BB Craft. I'll link it down below for you. It's great, but it doesn't fit on my machine, so I have to wind it onto a smaller, what are these ones called? Not bobbins. Just a smaller holder for the machine. Can't think of the word for it. Next one is Made Projects. Sorry, can't see that at all. As I was saying before, I realised you couldn't see a thing. This is Made Projects, so projects that don't have a home or projects that I maybe haven't finished that I want to finish this year. For example, this little Easter themed thing. I can grab this out this year and and finish that one off. And then I've got lots of previous projects and things in here. Next is all of my 6x6 paper pads. I have a bunch of these. I really need to start using those up. I can't fit a single another one in there, so it stops me buying them at least. And then the bottom one is stationery stuff. So this is like supposed to be an adhesive remover or something from Craftly. I can't get on with it. I don't know why. It just doesn't work for me. Pins, Disney ear holders, because who doesn't need those? Tipp-Ex, refills for my label maker. Pins, all sorts of like stationery bits that live in there. Sorry for the terrible lighting here, but it's under the desk. So I don't actually have a desk as such. I have two of these 2x2 Kallax squares, and then I just have a tabletop across there. So the one on the left, I keep all of my tools, all of my We Are memory keepers, cupboards, scoreboards, envelope makers, all that sort of stuff. Then inside this cube here is a bunch of boxes to reuse. And this one down here, the pink one, is full of all of my paper collections from Nellie and Clem and Sue's. So all of my printable ones get put into A4 wallets, I label them and they live in here until I pull them out to use them. Then popping you down so I can pull out these things. This is ephemera. I did get, you'll see it on the other side, a new way to store these. So this one has mostly whole packs, ones that I haven't opened yet. Underneath that, in this box here, is all of my embossing stuff. So heat tool, embossing powders, Versamark ink, that sort of stuff. Anti-static-y thing. Then the one next to it is full of alphas. I have all of my small alphas here, a bunch of 𝓤𝓸𝓬𝓲 because I ordered and hoarded those. Maybe you can see this colour a bit better. Then behind those, I mean, I've got loads of Rosie Studio ones as well. How beautiful are those glittery ones. Behind that are thickers. So these are in, let's grab one, the thickers page protector wallets, which were designed to go in 12x12 albums. Sorry, it's going around all over the place. 12x12 albums, but I have just folded them in half so that they fit into my box here. And this way, they're really easy to flick through. So if I sort of grab each corner, I can have a look and look through everything that I've got really quickly and easily. A few random things under my desk in this dark corner. I have got some gems for sprinkling into packages. This pencil case here has all of my Sharpie markers in it. Along here are the rainbow drawers. I used to have most of my stuff in these. Now I have like what I would consider backstock stuff. So frames to personalise, extra adhesive, all that sort of stuff. And then a bunch of them are empty because you can't actually access them. I can show you. I think you can see there that the desk sort of gets in the way of a couple. So those ones are empty. Coming back down under the desk, I have my weighted blanket, and then on the right here, so in the second Kallax cube set, top left I have some ruffle ribbon that I'm hoarding from the US. This box has all of my heat transfer vinyl. This one has envelopes. This one has all of my Disney scrapbooking stuff because I am desperate to do a Disney album and I haven't found any time yet, so they're all hidden in there, kept together for when I'm ready to do that. This cube has like mixed media supplies in here, but more like paint and things that I don't get out very often. Some boxes over on the left there, and then a bunch of smaller envelopes and note cards in this one. The bottom right here, this one is full of more projects for me to work on. So same as the drawer, they might be ones that are finished and need somewhere to live but don't have like a recipient yet. They might be made, not embellished, all that sort of stuff. If I want something to work on, I don't want to start from scratch, I can check out what's in here. And then this is the new storage that I got for die cuts or ephemera. I love it, but I haven't found a way to organise it perfectly yet. So thus far, I'm hoping you can see that, I've got words, labels, birthday, Maggie Holmes, Felicity Jane, Sue's Fish, and I think there's some random ones here. I do love when people organise in colour. These containers are fantastic for that. So these are from Hobbycraft, and because they're in the colours, it'll be very easy to sort coloured pieces into them. But I really like keeping things like birthday, Christmas, winter, summer, all that sort of stuff together. So I think I might go through the ephemera that I've got and sort of put it into these that way. Even if I do one set like that and one set with the random ephemera that I've got in like all of the colours, that might work. But yeah, this is my new storage solution that I haven't quite worked out yet, and it's great because it's got a little carry handle, so it's easy to move about. Now I've moved that, I can show you this box because I really love it. So let me lift you up. This is the box that I have all of my projects in, and I can probably show you these. So I've got this album that I never did anything with, and a little layout that was supposed to go in it. I need to punch the holes. This I made for a giveaway, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I think maybe the person that won it didn't get back to me, so I've left it there to resend and totally forgotten. That's just reminded me actually. my little scrap therapy journal, little rain go away one. What else is in here? A little book. This is another Easter project I need to finish. One more. This guy. So this is one that's finished. It doesn't have a home yet. So yeah, that's the kind of thing you can find in this box. This top right cube has a divider through the middle. This is the one I use the most. So this basket is absolutely full of adhesive. So if I hold it down, you can probably see it a bit better. I've got glue, foam tape, double-sided tape, foam dots, staple refills, all sorts live in that one. Above that here I have got packaging tapes, so clear sellotape, the pink parcel tape, brown parcel tape, some frozen stuff. And then next to that, probably my most used after the adhesive, my gems. So they all live in this container here. Just move the camera so I can sort of see what I'm showing you, but these are all of my gems. They're just slotted in there. Some are in packets, some aren't. And this is what I will pop on my desk when I'm doing a project, or I'll pull out the ones that I think are the right colours and use those, and then they all live in the top corner here. A really quick shot of my chair. This is gorgeous. It's from Wayfair, and I've got some blankets on it to protect it. But it's a beautiful, like, pink velvety material. And then I've just got some blankets on here to keep it as clean as I possibly can. On the left of my desk, I've got the silhouette up here. This box is full of charms. This one is empty at the moment. This one is full of things that I'm using currently. So I have got all of my Valentine's like sprinkles and things, the newest Cocoa and Reno die, and then just some like random bits that are on my desk that I needed somewhere for them to go. This one just has some sequins in it at the moment. I did reorganise very recently, so there are still some spots that are empty, which I like to leave so that I can work out what I need within grabbing distance, because I'm very much a grab and go crafter. I don't tend to get things out. If I've started a project and I can't reach it, it's not going on it. So I like to have things within grabbing distance. Hence the next box, which is just a bunch of stuff that I might want to use. So I have got some embellishments from Chloe. I have got, what else in here? Some little embellishments over there that I haven't finished yet. Sorry, it's too close, isn't it? You can't see. What else have we got? Some stickers, some beads, some ephemera, all sorts of things that were on my desk. I didn't want to put them away because I've been using them, so they live in this little box for now. And then the final one you can see is another one of these like compartment boxes. Has ink in the front, a few stamps in the middle, and date stamps, that sort of thing, in the back compartment. Down the bottom I have this little pouch which has dies that I've been using recently in it. This is because I put it all together to go on the craft getaway, and I liked it being in there, so I've just kept them in there. This little tub next to it is where my camera lives, so I've got a little camera thing in there, and then obviously I'm using my camera, but it would be in there. My mini die cut machine, and then this like turntable type thing that has all of my, so I've got, I think I've only got one 𝓤𝓸𝓬𝓬𝓪 thing, but I've got a lot of glitter glues, so Dovecraft and Stickles, some glitter and beads that I was sent, some thread, a little sequin mix spoon, odd things like that. And then this one has beads, sequins, all those sorts of like little teeny tiny things I might want to add to projects. And you'll see in there I've got a little Aristocat hiding amongst it all. I love my little Disney touches. Let me move you closer so you can see that actually. So what I moved a few seconds ago are these gorgeous beads from CRG Art. There's the name if you're looking for those guys, and I'll just spin this around again. So there's Marie. these gorgeous little tubs that Chantal sent me. The one that is on my sewing machine bit, that's the lid to it. So that's why that's not got the other half. This little jar, which I think she sent to me as well. And then all of the glitter glues and beads and all of that fun stuff that lives there. Speaking of little hidden Disney things, there is a cute teacup with Jack and Gus Gus. I have a jar full of beads. That jar was gorgeous. My auntie bought it for me with some like body cream stuff inside, and I've cleaned out the jar and kept it for beads because it was so pretty. A 3D project that I'm pretty sure, did Cheryl make that? Or did Cheryl make the little one? I think Chantal maybe made me the bigger one. Anyway, it was a Happy Mail thing. My picture behind that Kirsty got me that I love. I will insert a different clip here because I got one so that you could see the writing without the glare because you couldn't hear. I've got a few, turn you a tiny bit, a few little books up there, and then I have doilies down here because I had nowhere for them to live. So they ended up there. Above that I have more bits on display. I'm going to have to hold the camera for this because there's no way I'm going to be able to extend it enough. So there's a little layout and a frame there that I made using the 𝓛𝓲𝓬𝓮 kit, and then there are some gorgeous made bits all sort of tucked in there for me to look at. Then directly in front of me as I'm crafting are these drawers. This one has more camera things in. This one has some pins. This one was a freebie, a Black Friday freebie from 𝓚𝓚𝓬𝓪, so it has some foam tape, other little bits I'm using, craft knife, spray to clean the desk, that sort of thing. I'm really hoping this audio is decent because I'm sort of moving further away and closer to and moving the camera and all sorts, so I'm really sorry if it's not great. Here I have my favourite thing, my sequin drawers. Now I bought them in sets of 4. These 4 and these 4 I bought at the same time. These 4, that I'll show you in a second, I didn't. I bought them separately. And I was really gutted that they didn't all slot together. Move you across so you can see all of them. There we go. So they're all from Art Dot on Amazon. They must have changed the sizes or something. The sizes of the actual bottles is the same though, which is annoying. Because these ones look like they would need to be much bigger. But if I grab out one of each, you can see they're exactly the same size. It's purely that in these ones there's a much bigger space between the jar and the top of the drawer, and then these ones they've obviously rectified that issue or redesigned it or whatever. So I'm a bit annoyed they don't all match, but they're not exactly cheap, so I don't really want to go and repurchase them because they do the job fine. They're not broken or anything, so I'm against throwing them away and buying new ones, but I wish they all slot together nicely. In fact, I am currently tempted to buy more of these for my charms because I think that would be a really easy and quick way to look through charms. I tried to colour code them as best I could, so I've got iridescent and white, iridescent white and yellow, yellow and gold, pink, any kind of greeny tone, blues. This is mixed, hence the black and white polka dot paper on the front. This has light pink paper, but I think that's also mixed. Here it is. Oh, there's pink up one side. Then purple, more pink, silver and black, and red and orange. And I just love how that looks. It's so pretty. If they were the same size, I definitely have 4 more of these here, and I think that would look really smart, but for now we're working with what we've got. So on top of this side I've got some acrylic drawers. I'm pretty sure these are old Primark. They're something that my mum or one of my sisters was getting rid of and I thought would be good for craft supplies. So the bottom one is full of tassels. Can I move you closer? I can, just about. So tassels in the bottom one. This one has like ready-made dangles from CRG and myself, and then a few tassels, and then a few in kits that are ready to be made. Tipping that all over the place. And the top one has my little made by stickers, like this. It has some hearts that I made ages ago and haven't done anything with. A little sequin mix. What else in here? And some die cut shapes. Ooh, waiting for me to put them together. On top of the other set I have tech stuff, so headphones, charging leads, that sort of thing, and then overflow sequins that need to be put in these. They're ones that I purchased recently, hence why they're on the desk and haven't made it into like my secondary sequin storage. And then above that I have my little chip cup and a bunch of little things that I have pulled out to use and not been bothered to put back. So they ended up living up there. Hopefully you can see him a bit better like that. And then the black pole that you can see here is my camera mount. I have got a clip for that I will insert that shows you the camera mount that I was very kindly bought as a gift, and the little mirror that I use so I can see if I'm recording, because I was absolutely sick of recording things and then finding out the camera had cut out or the battery had died or whatever. It was driving me mad. So I came up with like a little add-on to the mount so that I could see what was going on. If I move you up from chip, again I've got another set of footage for this that you can see much better, but I have got some pots of sequins, some little things that I have bought or people have bought for me. So I've got like a little worry worm. Where is he? He's up here. These little, I don't know what they are, that my niece won me from an arcade. Same with this little emotion octopus that I love. I have got, if I go even further up, I have got a little Gus Gus soft toy with my name, some bits that people have made me. There's even more of those inside the heart over there. And whoop, camera mount's in the way. And on this side as well, even more little bits and bobs. And then also I've got these little drawers on the IKEA pegboard, so the whole thing is an IKEA pegboard. These drawers have the rings, the bookbinding rings, sewing clips, silicone finger protectors, pom-poms, the discs for when you're making those little disc-bound books. Back over to the side we have clips and pegs and a few little florals. And then over here I've just got all kinds of things displayed. So a frame somebody made me, tag flip, and some other little pretty things. I will show you this side of the desk in more depth, but I'm just trying to show you like the little bits and bobs. In fact, I have to show you my little me that Keisha drew and sent to me for my birthday. A little quote that I absolutely love. And then a gorgeous quote from Cheryl as well. While I've got the camera in my hand, I will quickly mention, please ignore the absolutely giant light up here. If I sort of block that out, you can see my albums are on the shelves up there. So I've got 6x8 ones on the middle shelf and then 12x12 on the top. On the right of the desk I've got another giant light. I have added the rails from the kitchen section of IKEA onto the side of, it's a wardrobe, I call it my craft cupboard, and that's got all sorts of bits in that I will show you. That's the last thing I need to show you, I think. But up the top here I have got this gorgeous crocheted gingerbread man, which matches the little guy down here. Who are they from? I'll link it down below. I have a Small Business Saturday where I unbox them, so I'll be able to get that info for you. Some little straws for crafting, all of my scissors, pens and tools and things, more pens and tools and things, and then my hot glue. Also I have sort of hooked my crocodile over the bar as well, and it lives quite happily there. Moving you down a bit, I have got my hot glue gun and the little protective mat and the holder. I've got this, which is again from Primark, I think is a very old one. Some sequin spoons, score tools, all of my pliers and wire cutters and all of that sort of thing. I have no idea what's in here, it's just a little jar that's ended up on my desk, and my camera charger here. And I've totally skipped, I need to point out my little pin that Lisa got us all one of. How sweet is that? Crafty Girl Gang. And that lives on my hook there so that I can see it. And that's my desk. Coasters, I'm pointing at things you can't see. Coasters, I've got a clear, well, it's meant to be clear, it's cloudy plastic cloudy plastic table protector. Whoop. Just hold it, let's get my nerves. The only other things on my desk, I'm hoping that's focused, why won't you focus, is this plastic table protector, my little craft mat with the Project Sparkle words. I've got a glass mat and I've got a new pink one, but it's not the same colour, so I don't want to change, and I know that's me being picky, but I don't like it. And then very recently, literally yesterday, I decided to add this vinyl plasticky stuff onto the back of my normal craft mat. So maybe that will be my new background if I add my words on there. And then I have like a whole table protector as well. And that is my desk. So let's move on to the craft cupboard. Why are they not focusing on Pascal's face? Focus, focus, focus. Pascal's face. Focus. Focus on Pascal. You won't focus on Pascal. Possibly my favourite part of the craft cupboard is Pascal. He is a lounge fly bag and I see him every day and he makes me smile and I love him. So he was heavily influenced by Dee from the Whale Pod. If you don't follow them, get over there, they're incredible. You will love Dee, you will love Aoife, you will love Sandra, you will love them all. So head on over there if you are a Disney fan. Or even if you just like to feel included in like little girly getaway trips. They make some really fantastic videos. So anyway, Loungefly Pascal, a little key ring and a Disney badge. This on the right, the pink tower thing, are my beads. Please ignore the fact the rest of the room is a total mess. Moving up, I have this organiser which is from Amazon, which I will link for you. The issue is the lights on my craft desk are messing with everything. Why are you messing with it? Sorry. I think I've tried to mess with it, but I think that's the best we're going to get because the light's fading, so I'll just hurry up. At the bottom I have a book of stamps and then all of my dies in the little Coco and Reno pouch. Above that, in fact if I get closer maybe that will, aha, that does help. So at the bottom I have to get this close for it to give any kind of focus. So I will show you the organiser in the clips at the beginning and I will link it down below for you. But at the bottom I have a book of stamps. It's just an A5 project folder with like the clear plastic pages. I've slid a set of stamps in each one. My Coco and Reno pouch, which is full of all my dies. My paints and gesso and all of that sort of thing, and some baby wipes in there as well. My mixed media stuff, so glitter gels, texture paste, glitter, sprays, that sort of thing. All of my bead weaving equipment, and then fun stuff that I love at the top there. Thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you have enjoyed having a little nosy round my craft room, seeing the way I organise things and store everything. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment, and I will be back to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!